What's up, guys? Just working Chum City Gamer, back with a vlog. This is just another wrestling related vlog. So if you're a wrestling fan, don't really pay attention to this. But anyway, this is my reactions to the shocking and sudden releases of Alex Riley, Damien Sandow, and the expected release of Wade Barrett, among others. But I'm going to focus mainly on Sandow and Alex Riley. Now, Alex Riley first came up, at least in the terms of the main WWE, through FCW, which eventually transitioned into the wildly popular NXT we know now. But we first got our first on-screen taste of him in the second season of the original TV series NXT. Now, while I personally did not like ARI at the time, because I personally thought he was just a clone of his mentor, Mike Mizanin, aka The Miz, who I'm actually a fan of when he's not being an arrogant prick, but that's for the whole point. Anyway, he obviously had the mic skills, and he was obviously a very accomplished wrestler for him to be selected for this second season of NXT, which it was actually a pretty good idea at the time, until it got to his later seasons, but the story for another day. Anyway, I'm getting off track, and the darn annoying throat clearing's back. I apologize for that. As I said, my throat gets dry a lot, easily. But anyway, as I was saying, Riley wound up finishing third place in that competition, and went on to be The Miz as well. I don't know, this like his apprentice. And for months, he would do things for Miz, like interference matches, or take the place of Miz in his matches, interfere during his matches, things like that. And eventually, after a while, Miz became the WWE Champion in November of 2010. And their relationship still went strong and everything. And things went great for him up until about May of 2011, after Miz had lost the WWE Championship. Eventually, pardon that sound in the background, that's my cooling board. Keeps my laptop cool and everything. But eventually, it got to the point where Miz eventually berated Riley, to the point where he basically slapped Riley, and then Riley went absolutely apeshit, and that turned Riley face. And this face turn was actually well done at first, because, he beat the living hell out of the Miz, which everybody loved. And it actually led to a big pay-per-view match between them at Capital Punishment in Riley's hometown of Washington, D.C., which Riley surprisingly won. And then, things looked great for him because he was under the Money in the Bank ladder match. And although he had an impressive showing, he wound up losing to an eventual winner, who I personally can't stand, Alberto Del Rio. And then, after that, he would engage in a short feud with Dolph Ziggler for the U.S. title, and then he basically just vanished. Nobody saw him again. And the last real noteworthy stuff he did was in 2014/15 in NXT with the former NXT champion Kevin Owens, and he lost 2 high-profile matches with Owens. And that was basically it. That was the last time we saw him. His last match was a big match with Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura, of course, won. But me being the optimist I was, figured that would, maybe that'll leave Riley back to relevance. But, suddenly it was released out of nowhere today. Anyway, now onto the topic of Sandow. Sandow, basically, he pretty much is one of those guys that he could get over with anything you gave him. He started in 2006 as part of the Teacher's Pets with Michelle McCool, and I forget his partner's name at this point. I think it's Casey Stevens or something. Or whatever. Anyway, the point is, he's been around WWE since 2002. But anyway, us modern WWE fans didn't know him until 2012, when he debuted the intellectual Stever in the Masses gimmick as the heel Damien Sandow. And it was actually well received by the critics. I mean, it led to him winning the 2013 Money in the Bank, and then he went to cash in on John Cena, and he actually became the first one to cleanly lose a pinfall match, which I personally at the time could not stand Sandow, which I openly cheered for. But after that, he basically went on a massive losing streak, much like my boy Zack Ryder, and he wasn't seen again until, he wasn't really seen in a more relevant role until 2014, when he became the Miz's stunt double in his well-received role as Damien Mizdow, and eventually that's where fans saw his more comedic side, and could see that, this is a guy worth cheering for. But when the time came to split him up at the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, he actually eliminated Miz, which he got a massive pop for, only to be eliminated by the eventual winner of the Big Show, which still irks me to this day. And then that was it. Miz and Sandow had a very lackluster blow off to their feud, and then that was it. You basically saw him become the rather entertaining Macho Man down, in my opinion. But that was it. Once the Mizdow character was done, that was basically the end of Sandow's relevance, and he basically went nowhere. So the point is that WWE let go of two very creative performers in Riley and Sandow. As for Wade Barrett, let's just say his story was just a thing of missed opportunity. He had a great stable in the Nexus. He had boatloads of charisma, a hell of a performer, but it seemed like injuries and bad creative decisions just slowed him down. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. It's probably been a lot longer vlog than I originally planned. But anyway, whatever. This will probably be the first of 2 vlogs I put up today because, several videos, there's something else I'm going to ask you guys. But anyway, to those guys, I have enjoyed every moment of the 3 of your careers in WWE, and I hope that you can move on to greener pastures. Maybe we'll see you again someday. But hey, for WWE, for releasing Alex Riley, Wade Barrett, and Damien Sandow, it's your loss, not theirs. And certainly not ours, because we'll find another way to see them. Till next time, it's your boy from the Charm City, Charm City Gamer, signing out. And if you like this vlog, be sure to smash that like button with a sledgehammer, and I'll see if I can produce you some more vlogs in the coming future besides the one I'm going to post up today. So till then, peace out for now, everybody. Love you all.